If you ever find yourself floating towards the ceiling of your room, staring back at your body drooling on your pillow, don't worry. As long as there isn't a dark hooded figure standing next to you, you might have just experienced an ancient phenomenon with roots dating back 3,000 to 5,000 years to ancient Egypt. Astral projection is the claimed experience of consciousness leaving the physical body and traveling independently through another layer of reality, often called the astral plane. In modern language, it overlaps with the term out-of-body experience, or OBE, where a person feels as if their awareness is located outside their body and may see their body from above. The key difference is that OBE is a neutral descriptive term, while astral projection usually carries a spiritual claim that something like a soul, subtle body, or non-physical consciousness has actually separated from the body. People who report astral projection often describe similar features: vibrations, sleep paralysis, floating, hearing buzzing sounds, seeing the room from above, traveling to distant places, meeting beings, entering dreamlike worlds, or feeling connected to a larger reality. These reports can be powerful and life-changing. The real question is not whether people experience something. They clearly do. The harder question is whether the experience proves that consciousness literally leaves the body. From the scientific perspective, the strongest evidence points to astral projection as a real subjective experience, but not proven as a literal separation of the soul from the body. Neuroscientist Olaf Blanke is one of the most important researchers in this area. His work links OBAs to the temporoparietal junction, or TPJ, a brain region involved in combining information about vision, balance, body position, and self-location. Blank and colleagues argue that when this multisensory integration is disrupted, the brain can create the feeling that the self is located outside the physical body. A 2014 MMRI study by Andra M. Smith and colleagues examined a person who claimed she could voluntarily produce an out-of-body-like state. The researchers called it an extracorporeal experience and found changes in brain areas related to visual imagery, body representation, and the temporoparietal junction. This is interesting because it suggests some people may be able to intentionally enter a state that feels like leaving the body, but the study does not prove that consciousness actually leaves the body. It shows a measurable brain state associated with the reported experience. Sleep science also offers an explanation. Many astral projection reports begin during the border between sleep and waking, especially during sleep paralysis. In sleep paralysis, the body remains temporarily immobilized while the mind becomes partly awake. This can produce vibrations, pressure, floating sensations, voices, shadowy figures, and intense fear or awe. Some researchers connect OBEs with lucid dreaming and states of reduced vigilance, where the brain's model of the body and environment becomes unusually flexible. Another scientific issue is veridical perception. Can someone in an OBE accurately perceive hidden information they could not have known normally? This is where astral projection would become much harder for science to dismiss, but some near-death and OBE reports include claims of seeing medical procedures, distant objects, or hidden details. Physician Sam Parnia has investigated awareness during cardiac arrest through the AWAR studies. The 2014 AWARE study examined cardiac arrest survivors and found that some reported awareness, with a small percentage describing full awareness, but objective verification of out-of-body visual perception remained limited. So, scientifically, the cautious conclusion is this: astral projection is real as an experience, but not proven as literal travel outside the body. The brain-based model explains many features of OBEs: floating, seeing the body, entering dreamlike spaces, hearing sounds, feeling vibrations, and experiencing a second body. However, science has not fully explained every report, especially rare near-death cases where people claim accurate perception while unconscious. Those cases remain debated, but they are not strong enough to establish astral projection as a proven physical or metaphysical fact. From the spiritual perspective, astral projection is interpreted very differently. Many spiritual traditions hold that humans are not only physical bodies, but also possess subtle bodies, souls, or energetic vehicles. In this view, astral projection is not a hallucination, but a natural ability. The consciousness or subtle body temporarily separates from the physical body and explores non-physical dimensions. The modern Western idea of the astral body was heavily shaped by theosophy, especially writers such as Helena Petrovna Blavatsky, Annie Besant, C.W. Leadbeater, and William Q. Judge. Theosophical systems describe layers of the human being, including physical, etheric, astral, mental, and spiritual bodies. The astral body is often associated with emotion, desire, dreams, and the after-death journey. Theosophical sources also note that the term astral body has been used in different ways, sometimes causing confusion between the etheric double, emotional body, and subtle vehicle of projection. The spiritual argument for astral projection is usually based on four claims. First, many people across cultures cultures report similar experiences. Second, the experiences often feel more real than dreams. Third, some people report personal transformation afterward, including reduced fear of death. Fourth, some accounts claim accurate perception of distant or hidden information. To believers, this suggests that consciousness is non-local and that the body is more like a temporary vessel than the source of the self. The scientific objection is that these points are not enough. Similar experiences can arise because humans share similar brains, sleep cycles, and body mapping systems. Feeling more real than real can happen in dreams, psychedelic states, psychosis, meditation, and near-death experiences. Transformation does not prove metaphysical truth, and claims of veridical perception need strict testing because memory, coincidence, suggestion, and later reconstruction can distort reports. My balanced answer is this: astral projection is real phenomenologically, spiritually meaningful to many people, but scientifically unproven as literal soul travel. The best current neuroscience explains it as an altered state involving body representation, sleep-wake boundaries, imagery, and the temporoparietal junction. The spiritual view sees the same experience as evidence that consciousness can operate beyond the body. Neither side can fully destroy the other. Science has strong mechanisms while spirituality preserves the depth and meaning people attach to the experience. So you can only truly know by trying it yourself. But how would you even begin? That's an issue for a different video, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss it.